I thought I had normal pets, until one soaked the kitchen and the other ran a bird-based black market. You ever have one of those quiet mornings where nothing should go wrong? But then your cat floods the kitchen and your chihuahua starts a small-scale wildlife war? Yeah, that was our Sunday. And this is the story of how I lost control of my household to two fuzzy chaos goblins. It all started with Cleo, our sleek, smug and highly opinionated house cat. She's the kind of feline who acts like she pays rent and is merely tolerating our presence. It was a bright, sunny Sunday morning, and we were all enjoying breakfast. Toast, eggs, the works. Cleo strutted into the kitchen like she owned the place, tail high, paws silent, eyes scanning the table for weakness. She ignored us all, as usual, and made a beeline for her water bowl by the window. Now we had just refilled it with filtered water. Yes, she drinks filtered, don't ask. And the sunlight was streaming through the kitchen, hitting her just so. She took a sip, then another, then just didn't stop. You could see the thought process unfold in her furry little head. This is nice, she said to herself. I should get comfy. And comfy she got. She basically slow-motion melted next to the bowl, paws tucked under her, eyes closing in bliss, fur shimmering in the sunbeam like she was filming a shampoo commercial. Then, physics. You see, Cleo, in her infinite wisdom, forgot that her head was still in the bowl. And when her head dipped forward in total sleepy contentment, she pushed the rim down. The bowl tipped. The water, a perfect arc of shimmering betrayal, launched itself across her entire face and body. She shrieked, my friends, hissed like she'd been possessed by the spirit of a wet gremlin, and then launched herself backward, trailing droplets like a deranged sprinkler. The bowl clattered, water everywhere, screaming, skidding paws. Chairs knocked over. The kitchen looked like it had been attacked by an angry ghost with a grudge against hydration. She vanished. Gone. Like Batman. If Batman hated mornings and had wet whiskers. We found her 20 minutes later wedged behind the oven, glaring out at us with a betrayed expression that said, "You did this." Enter Sakura, our Chihuahua Pomeranian mix. Imagine a fluffy teddy bear with the soul of a battlefield general. She's adorable. The type of dog little girls want to pet and strangers call so sweet. But under that plush exterior lies a mind honed for strategy and bloodshed. In the summer, we noticed Sakura had developed a strange habit. Whenever we gave her a treat, peanut butter bones, dental sticks, whatever, she wouldn't eat them. Number she'd vanish into the garden with them. At first we thought, how polite. She doesn't want to eat in front of the others. How sweet. But then we started noticing things. One morning I saw her place a dental chew in the middle of the lawn and then scamper behind the garden shed like she was in a spy movie. I decided to watch. A bird appeared, a bold little fruit thief from the neighbour's cherry tree. It landed. It pecked the treat. It looked around. And then bam! Out lunged Sakura like a furry missile. The bird barely flapped twice before she had it. Clean kill. No barking, no struggle, just snap, like it was a Tuesday. My scream probably set off car alarms down the street. Sakura looked up at me mid-drag, dead bird in her mouth, with the unmistakable face of, this isn't what it looks like. Oh, but it was. Behind the shed, a tiny bird graveyard, feathers, bones. One partly buried with her chew toy still beside it, like some kind of avian funeral offering. We stopped giving treats unsupervised after that. Backyard access became tightly monitored. Scritches only. Controlled zones. A few weeks later, I caught something even worse. Loki, our other dog, a sweet but slightly dim Spitz mix, trotted happily into the garden with his peanut butter Kong. I didn't think much of it, until I saw Sakura slink into the shadows. Something clicked, and I ran to my now regular spy perch behind the curtains. Sakura had stored another dead bird. Like a furry mob boss, she pulled it out, dragged it over to Loki and dropped it in front of him. Loki sniffed, considered, then swapped. He gave up his Kong, stuffed with peanut butter, and took the carcass instead. Sakura picked up the Kong and walked back into the house like a queen entering her palace. She even made eye contact with me mid-step. She knew. And it doesn't end there. We later discovered she'd been barking strategically, only when birds flew from the neighbour's cherry tree, causing them to panic and drop fruit mid-flight. She was setting bait, fruit, bird, kill, store, barter. You know, like nature intended. This is the same dog who once tried to fish from our landlord's koi pond, who caught a frog and dropped it on my pillow, who tried to unlock a hedgehog with her paws, like it was a puzzle box. And yet, she remains the darling of every child in a 10-mile radius. She's fluffy, she smiles, she rolls over and people hand her ice cream. Every time I hear someone call her so precious, I wonder if they've seen her bird pile. She's now on a diet, not because we're strict, but because she keeps gaining weight, and we don't know how. Honestly, I'm not sure who is safe anymore. So yeah, that's my life. One wet cat who blames us for physics, and one dog who's probably been blacklisted by the bird mafia. People say pets bring peace and joy to a home, and they do. But they also bring tactical warfare, emotional manipulation, and occasional wet floor hazards. And I wouldn't trade them for the world, except maybe for a week of silence.